In a kingdom filled with secrets, betrayal, and political conspiracies, a young man lived under a false identity for years. His name was Wei Zhao, but long before that, he was known as Ziwuzia, the noble young lord of Yulua City. After his family was destroyed by a terrible conspiracy, he dedicated his entire life to uncovering the truth and seeking justice. To survive, he hid his true identity and entered the Liang Kingdom, pretending to be a loyal servant of the very people he hated. IMDb +1. For years, Wei Zhao endured humiliation and danger. Every step he took was part of a carefully planned revenge. Then one day, everything changed. A cheerful and innocent young woman named Zhang Xiai unexpectedly crossed his path. She wasn't part of his plan. She wasn't supposed to matter. But fate had other ideas. When Zhang Xiai became caught in the middle of a dangerous investigation, powerful forces began using her as a pawn in their political games. Despite her difficult situation, she remained kind, brave, and determined. IMDb +1. At first, Wei Zhao saw her only as an obstacle, someone who could expose his secrets, someone who could destroy everything he had worked for. But the more time they spent together, the more he began to see something different. Zhang Xiai treated him not as a weapon, not as a political tool, but as a human being. Behind his cold exterior, she discovered a man carrying years of pain and sacrifice. And slowly, against all odds, the two began to fall in love. Yet their love came at a terrible cost. Enemies surrounded them. Every secret threatened to tear them apart. Every step toward the truth brought new dangers. Meanwhile, powerful figures in the kingdom fought for control, turning friends into enemies and trust into betrayal. NDAPANLAGI.com 1. As Wei Zhao moved closer to uncovering the conspiracy that destroyed his family, he faced an impossible choice. Should he continue his path of revenge or protect the woman who had become the most important person in his life? The closer they came to the truth, the greater the danger became. Battles erupted, loyalties were tested, and sacrifices had to be made. In the end, Wei Zhao, Zhang Xiai, and their allies put aside old grudges to challenge the corruption that had poisoned the kingdom for years. Together, they fought not only for justice, but also for a better future.